the most pretty lady I've ever met in the world. And let me tell you why. I learned urgency from my parents, especially from my mom. What happened was because in the year 2017, she passed away. She passed away because of stage 4 lung cancer. In the year 2015, she was diagnosed lung cancer. What happened was, it was a random day during Chinese New Year, and she was cleaning the house, and she complained chest pain. We sent her to visit the doctor. Doctor said, okay, why not we do some checkup? And I could still remember there was one day we were in a hospital in Kuala Lumpur. And we were there waiting for the report. I sat down in front of the doctor, and he gave me a white piece of paper. And he said this, Wesley, I'm so sorry to tell you that your mom had stage 4 lung cancer. Left and right lung has been spreaded by cancer. And I asked her how many more months she has. Doctor said 6 months. That was the first time in my life I felt that my life had a ticking time bomb. And I asked the doctor, what can we do? Doctor said, there's chemo treatment, there's chemotherapy, there's chemo tablet, but there's no guarantee of success. Everything was very well. Instead of 6 months, she lasted 2 years. Everything was very well until there was one fine day, the cancer cell from the lung spread to the brain. When somebody has a brain cancer, this is what could happen. All of a sudden, when she was eating, she realized how come the food become lesser, but she forgot. She started having memory looping. Do you know what's the most painful part when there's somebody having brain cancer? There was one fine day, I was feeding her and she asked me this question, who are you? 13 January, 6 o'clock in the morning, she was gasping for air. And we knew that she would not last long. And we all went there, we did our prayers, sharp at 8 o'clock in the morning, this is what happened to me. She was suffering, she held my hands, and she lifted up, and she gave me one last smile. And she let go. I lost my mom on that day, but I gained the most important lesson ever in our life is a sense of urgency. Most of us here, we think that we got a lot of time. You're 20 years old, 21 years old, 25 years old, 30 years old, 40 years old. You may think that you have a lot of time. You need to be urgent.